Hey guys, welcome back. We have another weekly recap of what's going on here at Acorn Productions, and thank you very much for joining me this week. We have actually the conclusion of November and the start of December, so that's it. Naughty November is over. Honestly, for us, that's probably a bad thing, seeing that last month was actually our best month ever. Almost 40%. We literally beat last year with last month alone. I know a lot of my copiers are actually having a good time. To be honest, there shouldn't be any one of my copiers that isn't having a good time. Even the last guy that joined should be up as well. So we're all doing quite well. This has just been an amazing period of time for us. And just to be clear, guys, this is the time period that we've been waiting for. It's not necessarily over. I do think we're going to have another few months where things are going to be quite good. We'll get to that in a moment. Just to summarize things, we are getting closer to actually the top 50 most copied in Australia. We're very close to that. I think we're at 53 at the moment. So I think that'll be an achievement. Maybe when we're in the top 10, which shouldn't be too hard for Australia. On other news, we are up 50% for the year. So guys, we're actually well above our yearly goal. I'm not necessarily going to hit the brakes too hard, because I'm not just here for the stats. We're not going to give up opportunities to make money. I'm actually quite happy with how the portfolio is now. We'll get to the holdings in a second, just to give you guys a bit of a recap of what's been going. But essentially, everything has just been skyrocketing since November. This is all to do with the US elections, Trump being elected, and crypto. All of that is connected because Trump has a plan for crypto, potentially involving it with the US government, US Treasury, holding a little bit of Bitcoin as the reserve value, could trigger things all around the world, and long story short, could lead to the uprise of Bitcoin, which, for people that don't know, Bitcoin is most of the time at least half of the crypto market. So when Bitcoin increases, normally the other half of whatever is in that other half of the crypto industry increases as well, if that makes sense, which is why there's been so much speculation and positive news for some of our top holdings like Algo. Now guys, at the moment, we're only touching the crypto space in 3 different ways. That's all you got to know. The first one is Bitcoin, which is the safest way and probably the only way anyone should get involved with crypto if they don't know anything about it. I just want to make it clear, with crypto there's Bitcoin and there's everything else. Always remember that, guys. Now with Ethereum, that is probably a blue chip holding in the crypto world. I don't think it comes with no risk or lower risk like Bitcoin. It definitely has significantly higher risks than Bitcoin. We won't go into that. But essentially, Bitcoin is a first generation crypto, literally the first crypto. Ethereum is a second generation crypto that was essentially trying to replace Bitcoin. And Algo is a third generation crypto that is supposed to do what Ethereum does better. It's almost what they would have called it back in the last cycle 4 years ago, is it was an Ethereum killer, which is very interesting. So that's really the only way crypto really interacts with our portfolio. We cut a lot of the riskier coins before, and as you can see, guys, Algo has been on a hell of a run, on an absolute hell of a run, and I want to say that at the moment it's actually sitting at 15% of our current portfolio value. This is truly and only because of literally just building its way to that size. I didn't put 15% of the portfolio, I put 6%. And that being said, guys, I really just rebalanced the portfolio, and I had that extra 10%, and I was actually thinking of changing the sizes of Algo, BTC, ETH. Should I put more into them? And I really decided that just for the sake of stability for the portfolio, I had been given a bit of advice of pretty much to chill with the crypto. Some of the people that copy, they wouldn't be touching crypto if it was without me. It is part of the strategy of the portfolio, which is why I have to do it, but I chilled. But I also decided not to reduce Algo. And guys, I want you to know that I have, actually Algo is one of the only things I own outside of etoro as a way to build wealth. So it's something I really believe in, and it's really only something that I believe in because I got involved in the community, in using it myself, in all of these things, and I just saw firsthand that when it does come to tech and good tech in the crypto industry, it's definitely like top 5 out there of like just cryptos that actually have like a real world purpose besides for Bitcoin. So guys, it's got a lot of potential, and even though it's at 50 cents now, I could easily see this doubling again minimum from here, and we will be holding that accordingly so, and taking profits along the way. I probably won't be rebalancing the portfolio at least till the end of the year. I'm probably more thinking about how I can spend the little bit of cash I have on some sort of play in the meantime. But that being said, guys, crypto has been essentially dragging up the portfolio, not to mention all the other stocks, because from what Donald Trump is saying, to go back to that point, there's going to be a lot of deregulation, there's going to be a lot of good news. So literally for people that own stuff and economic freedom and all of that stuff, it should be quite good news, which we didn't have for the past 4 years. That being said, we're now in December. I was purposefully waiting a few days, not really a few days, just one day for this to update. So now that we're in December, we can finally see we've got some positive results for December as well. And this month should be no different, guys. I don't think it'll be as crazy as this month, but we have no clue, absolutely no clue what's going on, and we'll leave everything open. That being said, it should be a good month, and we're looking for quite a strong next few months. That being said, we're going to keep to the integrity of the portfolio, which means we're always going to protect for the downside risk. So we're not going to let our risky things, even if they are working, just run away without the leash on. We're always going to pull back the risk and protect all of us here with this portfolio, which is what it's here for us to build wealth together. We don't need dividends, we just want capital appreciation. That is what this portfolio is about. And let's get us to our goals quickly. Guys, if you're following me or copying me, I really appreciate it. And if you're just tuning in and made it to the end of the video, I appreciate that too. Not a lot of people watch this, and really these videos are mostly for my investors to check in, to know what's going on, and to know that you're in safe hands. So I really appreciate all you guys. This is something that I'm looking to build over the long term, and I'm quite impressed with myself that I'm approaching 2 years now doing this consistently on eToro and having the results that quite frankly I expected to have. But that being said, it's been quite an easy 2 years in the stock market. I want to show you guys. This is a website called bullaware.com. You can use it to look up people on eToro. It's quite nice. And essentially here we have it tracking. It's not the past 10 years. Let's do the last year. But pretty much this is the last 2 years, pretty much since Jan 2023. You can see how I'm tracking. So the purple is me, and the green is the S&P 500, which is called VOO. So VOO, if you want to look it up on eToro, that's the S&P 500. It's just the index. So you can see we're pretty much flirting with it, you know, going up, going down, sort of keeping on track with it until this month. So November last month, where we're really pulling ahead. And I'm really excited to see how this goes, because really guys, if I can't beat the market long term, which most people can't, there's really not a lot of point in this portfolio. You guys should probably just go invest in the S&P 500, which is just good advice in general. But if we are going to try something new, if we are going to try this military strategy that we're cooking here, we've got to see if it pays off. We've got to see over the next few years if we can keep up what we're doing now, and if we're really onto something here. That being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to catch you guys all next week with some more good news, and we'll take it from there.